If you're someone who's constantly on the move, living between countries, you know the deal. Your finances have to keep up. So today, we're going to dive into how crypto cards are totally changing the game for people who really live a life without limits. And wow, isn't that the truth? We have all been there. You land in a new country, you're excited, you go to pay for something simple like a coffee or a cab, and that's right when the nightmare begins. And just like that, your card is declined. The bank's fraud system, the one that's supposed to protect you, suddenly just sees you as some kind of suspicious transaction. Next thing you know, you get that dreaded notification. Your account is frozen. So now you're stuck, trying to call some banking hotline that's like 10 time zones away. It's a mess. And then, the final slap in the face for any global citizen, they ask you for a local proof of residence. I mean, come on, your entire lifestyle is built on not having one. You realize the system is designed for a world that for many of us is quickly disappearing. So what is really going on here? Because this isn't just some small inconvenience, right? This is a huge, huge problem for the millions of digital nomads, startup founders, and freelancers who are completely redefining work and life today. And that really gets to the heart of it. The old school banking system, it just wasn't built for a life of constant motion. It's rigid, it's localized, and honestly, it's suspicious of anyone who doesn't fit neatly into one little geographic box. This quote just reframes the whole conversation perfectly. We are not talking about luxury perks here. We're talking about pure survival. It's about the absolute need to reliably pay for food, a place to sleep, and just getting around when you're thousands of miles from anything you'd call home. And that is the big question, isn't it? The one that's pushing this huge shift in financial tech. If the old system is totally broken for this new generation of global citizens, well, what does the new system actually look like? And the answer, more and more, is crypto. Specifically, we're talking about crypto debit cards, the ones that act as a bridge between your digital assets and the real-world payment networks we all use every single day. So here's the magic. You can pay pretty much anywhere, just like a normal card. Your crypto turns into local cash the second you tap to pay. And here's the real kicker. You get to avoid all those ridiculous cross-border blocks and restrictions because the system is global by design. And most importantly, you, not a bank, stay in full control of your money. Now, the market for these is evolving like crazy to meet this new demand. You've got cards from the big exchanges, which are awesome for traders. But for what we're talking about, we're really focused on those independent fintech solutions, the ones literally built from the ground up for global spenders and travelers. Okay, so if you're out there looking for a card, what actually separates a basic crypto card from a true travel game changer? Let's put together a little checklist of the absolute must-haves. First off, you need a card that isn't locked to one region. It's got to have mobile pay, obviously. The conversion has to be instant with no sneaky fees. But listen, the most crucial part, the onboarding process has to work for people without a fixed address. That right there is the real test. All right, theory is great and all, but the source material we're looking at gives us a real-world example of a card that actually tries to tick all these boxes. It's called Pintopay, and it's designed from the ground up for this exact lifestyle. I just love this quote because it really gets to the heart of what's needed. It's not about fixing a single transaction. No, it's about giving you a financial tool that just fits seamlessly into a life that might be in Bali 1 month, Mexico the next, and then Dubai after that. 150 plus. Think about that. That's how many countries a card like this can work in. This is not some regional fix. This is a truly global key that unlocks payments almost anywhere you could possibly want to be. So you can see how this example starts delivering on that checklist we just made. You can pay super easily, use your phone, it works everywhere, and you can top it up fast with the big cryptos. That last point, zero border friction, that is the holy grail for any travel card. And really, that's what this all boils down to. The ability to move and to spend freely without having to ask permission from some ancient financial institution. That isn't a feature, it's the entire point. It's freedom. So let's wrap this up by looking at the big picture here. This kind of technology, it isn't some sci-fi concept anymore. For a huge and growing number of people, this is the practical, day-to-day reality of how they manage their money. And this really says it all, doesn't it? What used to be this niche technology to watch is now just an essential tool. If you cross borders more often than you change your phone's SIM card, having a crypto card is no longer just a cool option, it's fast becoming non-negotiable.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's a pretty simple three-part mantra for the modern traveler. Travel lighter, and not just with your bags, but with your financial baggage. Pay smarter by using tools that were actually built for the world we live in now. And finally, live globally with the confidence that your money can move just as freely as you do.
And that's really the final thought I want to leave you with. As the world keeps opening up and remote work becomes the norm, those old financial borders are just crumbling away. So the only real question left is your wallet ready for it?